Good morning guys, welcome to Marathon Training with Ivan, and I trained months for this. Today it's race day and I'm going to run my first marathon, and it's gonna be the Midzomermarathon of Apeldoorn. And the grand finals today for me, but let me know what's going on in your training life. Leave that behind in the comments, and I can't wait to tell you about my race experience, so let's just do that. The race starts at Saturday at 5 o'clock in the evening, and the day before I went out and I checked out the weather, and it appeared that it was going to be much hotter than expected earlier this week. I packed early, took enough nutrition with me and traveled to Apeldoorn by train. The trip almost took 2 hours, and in the end we even came to the forest where I would run in a few hours. When we arrived early in Apeldoorn, I wanted to eat pasta. But we could not find a pasta place, so we ended up in a random other place ordering delicious food. And as I have learned, you have to eat enough before such a long race, so I ate a lot of it. Alright, I'm running my first marathon today, and it's in Apeldoorn, and I'm doing my warming up right now. It's in the middle of the forest, as you can see already, and I love it. It's such an amazing atmosphere. Earlier in my previous video I said that the run would have more than 3,000 participants, but it appears that there are only 500. I don't know where I got that number from. I researched it, but I couldn't find it anymore. So it's 300, nice and small, and that's something I love. I spoke to some experienced runners who have run this marathon a few times, got some amazing tips, so thank you. And I am really excited about it. As it was already quite hot after my warming up, I decided to take some fresh cold water with me and went to the start.
Nou, de marathon is een rondje van 28 en dan die 200 meter verderop sla je niet af, en de marathon die loopt er nog een hele mooie ronde van 40 kilometer. Ja, lekker door. Ja, heel veel plezier. Geniet ervan. Deelnemers, op 10 plaatsen, go! Kijk eens, enthousiasme spreekt eraf.
Soon after the start I found a group of runners going at my own pace, 4:30, and I decided to stay behind them because it's the best way to spare your strength for the second half. After 5 kilometers I met my support team of my father-in-law and my wife, who was biking from aid station to aid station to support me. They saw my face and immediately knew something was wrong. And yes, something was really wrong. Extremely wrong. The hamburger from a few hours back was still shaking around in my stomach and made me want to vomit. I stopped running, bended over to the side of the road, but I could not vomit. I started running again, but I could only breathe superficially through my lungs. Otherwise I would vomit, and I could not keep up the pace and just focused on keeping myself away from vomiting. I did not want to stop. After making this mistake, I'm wondering what's the biggest race day mistake that you have made. Please leave them behind in the comments. I really like to hear from you. I felt miserable and I could not focus on my running technique. This made my legs hurt after 10 kilometers already. I just felt such a long way still. I did a quarter only. I told myself to stay positive and enjoy the surroundings through which I was running while I was fighting to push through. Because of my belly, I could not eat or drink until I was halfway my marathon, while the temperatures were around 23 degrees. Finally, I could eat a piece of orange and it was so good. My body screamed for sugar as I did not have fuel anymore, but I could not eat more. I brought my own energy gel, but I was scared that I would not go well in my stomach. So I decided to run from aid station to aid station looking for oranges and sports drink to fuel myself. I was still feeling incredibly sick and I could only breathe through my lungs, and in these moments I met a few fellow runners who saved my race. I would have never made these hard middle kilometers if it was not for them. As they were running the same pace as I barely could, they cheered me up and kept a steady pace so I could follow them. As the race was coming to an end, I needed to walk more and more as I did not have the energy anymore. And again, I was helped to go on. My wife has been cycling with me all these kilometers, motivated me to go on. Also, my father-in-law had a surprise for me. He arranged that my family came to support me as well, even though they had to travel for an hour for it. And finally, there was the finish. Even in the last meters I got cramp in my left calf. I pushed through and then I made it.
En de volgende man is Ivan Eikenboom uit de Delft.
I made it. I was exhausted but could not do anything anymore. I had 10 pieces of oranges and drank a liter of sports drink. And when I finally came to myself and collected my medal, it started to ring to me. I did it. I'm so proud that I completed it. I did it. Exhausted, we ended the day with an amazing sundown and we traveled back home by train. And I learned a lot from this marathon. Never eat fat food before a race. No hamburgers, no fries, nothing. And second to that, the running community is amazing and so supportive. I'm happy that I can be part of that family. Do not forget to answer the question of today. What's your biggest race day mistake that you have made before? And next to that, this video is not the last on my channel. Yes, it is the end of season 1, but also the start of a new challenge, a new running challenge that I am going to start. I will introduce that in the next video. Thank you for watching this video, and if you like this video and want to see more of my running life, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching.